Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how you can import your RecRoom avatar into VRChat. I want to point out that this does not work with any UGC cosmetics or any custom clothing. It only works with RecRoom original avatar items. This isn't my original tutorial, and everything that I have linked in the description, it belongs to someone else. I'm just doing another tutorial because in his video it's kind of hard to hear him and it's kind of hard to understand what's going on. So I'm doing an updated tutorial. Of course, I'll leave a link to his video in the description. Alright, first step is go to the first link in the description and download this. Go ahead and select everything that I have selected here in blue and download. Next, go to the second link in the description and download the RecRoom VRChat avatar project. Once you've downloaded those, go ahead and unzip them. I'm going to assume that you have VRChat Creator Companion installed as well. So open that up, go to Projects, and then next to create a new project, hit the drop down arrow and click Add Existing Project, and then add the RecRoom VRChat avatar project. Once that has loaded, you'll be put into this Unity scene. I'm also going to assume that you have some knowledge on how to use Unity. So down here we have avatar items. It's yellow. I don't know if it's going to be yellow for you, but it's labeled avatar items. And then you have all the folders for all the items. You have neck items, hat items, hair, belt, shirt, shoulder. So yeah. And then in the hierarchy you have avatar, armature, hips, spine, chest, neck, and then head. And you have hat slot, hair slot, face slot. These are where you put your actual items, your clothing items. Same in torso, you have shirt, neck, shoulder, and belt. Also, if you click on head, you can adjust the shape of the head. I can do a round head shape, or oval, square. Same with torso, if you select it, you go down, you can change your body shape to be all this. For this tutorial, I'll do hourglass, and I'll do a round head shape. Now to actually get your items into the scene, you want to go ahead and open up the first file you downloaded and open up material.html and it'll load this up. Next, what we want to do is click on load mask image and go to the ripped RecRoom file. That's what it's called. This was from September 17th, 2024. So it has all the clothing items in that year. Go ahead and open it up all the way, go to assets, go down to core, content, avatar, and then you have the main folders you're going to be using is materials, mask, props, and face for a little bit. But we'll get to the face later. You want to open up mask, and this holds all the textures and all that for all the clothing items in the game. So let's go ahead and let's do Dracula. So I'll do the Dracula cape. So I'm going to search up Dracula. I'm going to find the cape. You'll want to select the one that is in black, red, green, and blue, which is this one. So I'm going to click it, open, and now you want to load material. So go back to avatar, open up materials, and again search Dracula, and I'll select the shoulder.mat. Open that up, and under base color you want to slide all of these to 0. Sometimes it depends on the texture, but sometimes you'll need to change the sliders to be something else. With the Dracula cape, you see right here how the inside is red. I have to actually move the red slider for base color to red, so it actually displays red. So sometimes you need to do that. Once you're done here, want to go ahead and save result. Go to your project, go to shoulder, and then go ahead and drag the texture into here. Looks like I already have it in here. So texture. If you want your materials to look nicer, you can go ahead and import the normal maps and specular maps as well. To do that, you just go to mask again. Mask. Search up Dracula. And I'm gonna get the normal map and the specular map. They look like that. That's the normal map. That's the specular map. Drag those into there. And now I'm gonna make a material. Just gonna call it tape. I'm gonna change the shader to be VRChat, mobile, and standard light. If you don't do that, it's gonna show up as pink on standalone devices. So I would recommend turning that on. Now you want to drag the texture to there, and the normal map, if you decide to get it, to there, fix, and then drag that to there. And bring the smoothness down because capes aren't really shiny. Now to get the actual asset, we want to do is, again, go back to avatar, and then you want to go to props. And there's a lot of folders here, but you don't want to open up the ones that start with FB or MB, because those are for like full body and modern bean. You want to open up the ones that just say shirt, so wrist or whatever. So I'm going to find, let's see here, shoulder. I'm going to search up Dracula. And you'll see everything ends in the LOD2, 1, or 0. LD2 is the lowest quality. LD1 is like the model shown on standalone devices. And LD0 is the highest quality model. So you'll want to use LD0. There's mine. You see this 2? You want to take the one that ends in .asset, not the one that ends in .meta. Drag and drop that into here. You can also preview it right here. See if it's the right model. Now, in the hierarchy, you want to go to shoulder slot, drag and drop it into mesh, and then drag and drop the material into material. And you'll see that it's not fit correctly on the body. To fix that, you just want to drag the sliders to whatever slider you used. So I'm going to drag that to hourglass. And there you go. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the S Plus shirt in Crescendo. For shirt items. I'm going to delete all these because I already did it. Now sometimes item names are named differently in the file than in the game. So for the S Plus shirt in Crescendo, it's not called Dracula or anything. It's actually called Tuxedo. It is a tuxedo. Where is it? Tuxedo torso. That's the S Plus shirt in Crescendo. If you don't know the name of your item and you can't find it in the files, what you can do is you can put on all the items you don't know on your avatar in RecRoom, and then you can export that avatar and then drag it into Blender, like my other tutorial. Drag it into Blender. And then you can actually select the item you don't know is called. So I'll do the Emlet of Elsewhere. I'm going to click it, go to the scene over here, click it, drop that down, drop that down, drop that down, and there's the name. So it's called Dark Magic. I'm just going to search that in the game files and you'll find it. I don't know why they don't name it the same, but that's how you find something you don't know. And now I need the material or the texture. So I'm going to go to mask and search up tuxedo. I can spell tuxedo right. tuxedo, and that's the one right there. I'm going to load the material. Tuxedo. There it is. Open. Drag all these to 0. I don't need to change anything, so save. Go ahead and drag it into here. I'm also going to grab the normal map and specular map. Tuxedo. Show all. That one and that one. There we go. Make a material. Call it shirt. Change to shader to VRChat, mobile, standard light. Drag that there. Put that there. Fix. And put that there. And now I'm going to go to shirt. Drag the mesh there. Put the material there. I'm going to change the body shape to that. Now to do the face, what you want to do is go to this file, go to face.html, open it up, and you want to load eye. You don't want to be here, you want to go to the file you downloaded, and then go to face, and then find the eyes that you want. I'm going to do that one. I don't know what that would look like. And load mouth. Go back. And let's do that one. Now what you want to do is open up Blender and then go ahead and drag and drop the face.fbx into here. Oh, I fumbled that. Do that again. There we go. Import. And now you have the face in here. Click on it, go to data, and then you have, again, the face shapes here. I did round, so I'm going to click round and turn the value up to 1. And you're pretty much done. Anyway, now what you want to do is go to File, Export, and then do it as an OBJ, and name it whatever you want and put it wherever you want. I'm not going to do it because I already have it saved. So you're done in Blender. Now you want to load custom OBJ file, and then load the same file you just exported out of Blender. So here's mine. Load it, and here it is. It's going to look kind of goofy. Once you get to this part, what you want to do is go to load animation, open this up, and then load this JSON file. And there you have it. There's your face. You can preview animation. It animates in the RecRoom style. So yeah. Now what you want to do is click export frames and models. I'm going to put it in my face folder. If you don't have that, just make one. Select, allow, and it should have done it. Go back to your project, go to avatar items, face. I've already done it, so I'm going to delete all this. When you get to project, you already have a materials folder, so don't delete that. It'll be empty too. Go ahead and put all of these into here that you just exported. Now what you want to go is up to Tools, Wiggle Animation Creator. I don't know why it's named that. I didn't make this. Now what you want to do is copy the path for this and paste it into here. And then textures, copy path, paste it there. Oops, I didn't do that right. Copy, paste. And then models, copy path, paste. Output folder, which would be this. So copy path, then paste. And you don't have to change the animation name. And once you got all that done, create animation. It'll say that it did it. And now you'll have an animation. Go to materials, select all the materials, go to shader, VRChat, mobile, particles, and do multiply. Now it'll show all the face textures. Select face in the hierarchy, and then go ahead and just drag one of these into the mesh there, and it'll show up as pink, but that'll be fixed inside of VRChat. Down here you have the toggle. Go ahead and go back to face, drag and drop the face animation to there, and make sure you click on the animation that's named face here, and make sure you turn on loop time so it doesn't stop halfway through. Okay, now go back to face and toggle. If you don't want to toggle it on every single time, go to options and do default on and do saved between worlds. Trust me, that'll save you the time of having to enable it every single time. Alright, now let's do talking. So go back to here, go down to load animation, and then in here you want to load the talk.json file. And now you have the talking mouth. Again, I'm just gonna create another one. I'll call it talking. Talking. There. Export frames and models. Talking. Select. Allow. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And I'll make a new folder. Let's just name it talking. You'll have to do this too, just so you know. And then open up talking. Same process. Open this back up. Copy path. It's tedious, I know. Textures, copy path. Models, copy path. And then output would be talking, copy path. And I'm going to change the animation name to talking. And inside of talking, you'll want to make materials as well. We'll call it mat. Create. It'll say success, whatever. Oh, I guess it makes its own folder. Okay, well, I guess I didn't need that. Again, change all of these to be the VRChat shader. Oops, wait, no, not that. These have to be the multiply shader. Now select face and go to add component and search up when talking state. And then you want to add action and do animation clip. Then drag and drop the animation for the talking into there. Again, make sure loop time is on. So that should be the face completely done. Now I'm going to show you how you do gloves. I'm just going to make another folder in here. I'm going to call it gloves. And I'm going to find the gloves that I want. Same with doing the cape and the shirt. You want to import the model and the textures, make the material. Make sure you set the shader to be the right shader. And then go ahead and close armature because you don't need it anymore. Now what you want to do is duplicate left hand and right hand. I'm going to name it left glove. Sure, that's going to work. And then right glove. Yep, that's how you spell glove. Sorry, I'm typing too fast. I'm kind of rushing. So under left glove, drop it down, click left hand. You want to drag the mesh of the glove onto there, and then drag the material to materials, and there you go. It's now on your hand. Same for the right hand. Drag the mesh onto there, and then drag the material onto there. Just like that. I kind of messed up with the texture coloring, but it's fine. Now to do the hair, I've already imported the hair I want. It's the same process as under props. I'm gonna go back to, let's see here, hair slot. I'm gonna drag that to there and make a material. I'll just name it hair. Change the shader once again. I'm not 100% sure how you do hair. I never really looked into doing hair. To actually find the texture for the hair, it's not under mask, it's under textures. See all the hair textures. The thing is, I don't know how. I just don't know how. Refresh this. Yeah, I don't know how this works. If I ever figure out how to do the hair, I'll most likely do another update video on how to do it. Unless this is how you do it right here. But it doesn't feel right, you know. But we'll see. Hair slot. Drag that there. And I guess you can change the color of it here. Yeah. But I still don't know how you fade it. If you know how to make it faded, like in RecRoom with the different fades, let me know in the comments. That should be it on how to set it up. Let me go ahead and just upload it to VRChat real quick. I'll just do it on this one. You'll have alerts, just do autofix for all of them. You don't have to worry about any of these other stuff. And then if you want it to be available on Android, you can enable Android as well. Yeah. Publish. Yep. And then it'll build. And I'll see you guys in VRChat once it finishes. Alright, loaded into VRChat. I encrypt the avatar, and this is what it looks like. So, it's kind of hard to show you because my index controls are kind of broken, but the hands have animations. Very nice animations. It has pointing, thumbs up as well. Same with both hands. I can't really show on this hand. This control is really broken. Has talking as well, as you see. My eyes are changing. And it functions just like classic Bean. Again, you have the menu here. Face. If you want to have a pink face, then there you go. Now, if you want to make it so, like, if you want to disable your gloves or like your cape, or if you want to be a freak and disable your shirt or whatever else, what you can do is you can go up to avatar. You can go to add component, toggle, and add that. And then you can add action, do object toggle, and then select the game object. Let's say I want to take off my cape, so I'm going to drag that there. And I'm going to do the menu path. So I'll call it toggles / cape. So it'll be under toggles and it'll be named cape. And then turn off. So it'll turn it off. I want to add another toggle. Object toggle. Let's say I want this to disable my my glove, my right hand glove. I'm going to drag that into there. I'm going to do again toggles / right glove and turn off. Go ahead and test it real quick. I'm going to build again. Okay, let's see if this worked. expressions, toggles, tape, that works. Right glove, that works as well. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Sorry if I felt kind of rushed. I'm not the best at making tutorials, but I tried my best. If you have any problems or need help or have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll try to help you out. But yeah, with all that said, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified when I post a new video or go live. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.